Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another YouTube video. I know it's been a while, but I've finally gotten everything situated between the holidays and starting classes again. So I'm excited to start making content again, and I hope you guys enjoy it. This will be my first tank review, and I do hope to do many more as well. So I'm going to start out my first tank review on the TVP VTU Koncept. It is the Tier 8 Czechoslovakian medium tank. So let's do a quick overview of the stats. So in this current setup, I am using the second 8.8mm gun along with the stock turret, for reasons I will get to later. Anyways, the gun has 194 AP pen and 237 APCR pen, 0.37 accuracy, and 2-second aim time. Specific power with the top engine is 20.5 horsepower per ton. I do find the tank to be very mobile. It's not necessarily fast, with a top speed of 50 kilometers per hour. So where you'll start to see some real differences is in the comparison to the TVP with the stock turret and the 88mm gun, and the TVP with the upgraded turret and the 105mm gun. So the penetration is all pretty similar except for the STA, which obviously has considerably more. Specifically between the two TVP guns, you get 194 pen and 240 damage with the 88, and 188 pen and 320 damage with the 105. So it does have a pretty good reload comparatively to the other tanks, same as the Panther II actually. A fair bit better than the Pershing, I believe about a second faster reload, and just a little bit faster than the STA. I believe the STA has 8 rounds per minute base, and the TVP has 8.22 rounds per minute base. Where you will see some advantages in the TVP is the shell velocity. It does have better shell velocity than every other tank. Gun handling is pretty similar across the board except for after turret traverse, which the TVP does have the worst with the 88mm gun. As far as mobility, the TVP does have the best power to weight and also a pretty good top speed to go with it. The TVP is definitely on the more mobile end. Where you will find a very big difference is in the armor. The TVP has some of the worst armor on a Tier 8 medium tank I've ever seen, except for maybe the CDC, which doesn't really count because it's a premium, which unfortunately does get penned by pretty much anything, including higher pen HE shells. The health is kind of on the lower end, especially since if you use the stock turret, you only get 1,350, but if you use the upgraded turret, you get 1,450. With view range, obviously using the stock turret, you get the worst at 370. Using the upgraded, you get 380, which also is not very good comparatively to the other tiers. The one reason why I personally prefer the stock turret is because you get 8 degrees of gun depression, which all in all is very good in my opinion. Obviously not as good as the Pershing or STA one at 10 degrees, but much better than the TVP using the upgraded turret, which is 6 degrees for all guns. So this is my second best game in the TVP VTU. I decided not to show my best game in it because it was Fisherman's Bay and I was one of 2 top tier tanks. So I think that's a little bit unfair to those of you watching to just watch me farm puppies all day long. So I decided to show this battle instead. It's unfortunately has a little bit of a kind of meh ending, but I do fairly well, doing just over 3,000 damage, so I thought this would be a little bit of a better replay to show. The map is Live Oaks, which is, in terms of World of Tanks maps, probably one of the better ones. The city area is decent to fight in, and I don't particularly enjoy fighting in this particular city, but it's not bad. If the team kind of lemmings to the city side, then I will definitely go and support them. But I do really prefer playing on the southern side of the map, where I get to use my gun oppression. It's also very good for tanks with kind of harder turrets or more armored turrets, which this thing definitely does not have, only having 65 millimeters of frontal turret armor. But using the 8 degrees of gun oppression that this thing gets with the 88 millimeter gun and the stock turret, it definitely plays this end of the map pretty well, in my opinion. So far I've just kind of been, taking cheeky shots at that dang E25. But I decided, instead of playing the kind of H9 area that, since everyone was already set up, that I would come down here south and see what kind of side shots I can get in. So I get my first shot on the TVP, not quite fully aimed, but like I said earlier, this thing does have a pretty good aim time, and that was a very fortunate shot. Definitely was not aimed on that ISU, but pretty glad it hit. And that was a little unfortunate. Flew just above the TVP VTU's turret. And that shot I'm pretty short hit because I did not see any splash behind it for when the shell would have impacted with the ground. But I'm not 100% sure. That was a little unfortunate also because it hit the ground. But now that he's dead, I'm going to start to move up. Haven't really been using the mobility of this thing, but then again, I haven't particularly needed to. As you can see, it gets around well enough. You can definitely hold its own if you need to, flex flanks, get a little cheeky shot on the Rudy as I'm going back to base. I'm just realizing here that our team in the city obviously wasn't supported because most of our team went south. So I'm deciding to kind of come back and slowly make my way towards them and give them a little support. Getting a couple shots on those dang E25s on the way. And can I get the kill? Yes, I do. Some good sniper shots on the E25 there. And looking for a shot on that T28, but do not find it. Fortunately enough, I have the side of this KB3, who just happens to be sitting there. And he does look stock using the 100mm gun. That's gotta suck. That thing's not very good. This right here is just to showcase a little bit of the accuracy and shell velocity of this particular gun, which both of them I think are very good. I had the accuracy to hit all those shots at fairly long ranges, 450 to 550 meters, which is when your accuracy really starts to show, where, things like the Grill or the Leopard in the E50M can reliably hit shots at those distances. But once you start to have higher accuracy values like, or rather lower accuracy values like 0.35 and 0.4 meters at 100, 0.4 meters dispersion, that's when you start to, start missing your shots. And spot the first tank that came from town, that VK, and I don't think I was spotted when I shot, but I believe I was right there, because that's when my sixth sense goes off. It's also when I see the prototype show up. I figure, I think I'll be good, and I do not realize it, but we just capped. So that's the game. So as you can see, that was my second highest damage game in the TVP. It came out pretty well. I did hit a blind shot. Off the top of my head, I can't remember what it would have been. Maybe the E25 at the start of the game. I'm pretty sure that's the only one I can think of. So it came out to about 5,000 WN8, which is kind of what I expected. Doing 3,000 damage, 600 spotting, and getting 1 kill. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will be trying to put more out, obviously, than I have. I only kind of have 3 on my channel, this being the 4th. But I will be trying to put them out a little more regularly than, once every month or so. Probably 3 to 4 a month. Nothing too much, as I am still trying to focus on my stream, which I have a link to in the description. Please go follow me over there if you haven't already. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you stick around and hit that subscribe button to see when I post my next one. Take care, guys.